Hi everyone. So the next unit, fifth unit, Turing mission. So before going to know about a Turing mission, so let's go with the Chomsky hierarchy. So this is a Chomsky hierarchy. So here we have a actually the Chomsky hierarchy defines the types of grammars and the languages related to those grammars as well as the missions that accepts those languages. So if you observe this the diagram, so type 3 is nothing but regular grammar, and the mission accepts the regular grammar or regular language is nothing but finite state automata. Type 2 is a context free grammar, and the language is nothing but a context free language. The mission format for the context free language is nothing but a push down automata. And the next one, so context sensitive grammar. So here the language is nothing but a context sensitive language, and the mission format is nothing but a linear bounded automata. Okay, so this we didn't touch in this particular subject till now. And the next one, the last one, type 0. Type 0 is nothing but defines the unrestricted grammar. That means there is, if you see the regular grammar, context free grammar we already completed, there is certain rules for the grammar, but here for the type 0 grammar there is no any rules. Unrestricted means there is no restrictions, and the language is nothing but a recursively enumerable language. I will tell you what is a recursively enumerable language. And next one, the mission format for the type 0 grammar is nothing but a Turing mission. Okay, that we have to discuss now. So when comes to the introduction of Turing mission, so this is proposed by a person called Alan Turing in the 1936. So the main purpose of this mission is to show that any computations that can be done by the present digital computer, so that can all can be done with the Turing machine. Okay, so based on the Turing machine we have a theory called undecidable problem. So we will discuss later. One thing is very clear, all types of languages are accepted by the Turing machine. Why? Because from the Chomsky hierarchy, unrestricted grammar or recursively enumerable language is the superset of remaining all grammars or the remaining all languages. By the Turing machine we can accept any language. Okay, so by the Turing machine we have a Turing thesis also. So that what we discussed, that is only here we are telling. So Turing thesis states that any computation that can be carried out by the mechanical means whatever may be the mechanical machine, it may be finite automata, it may be like push down automata, or nowadays we have a digital computers, whatever may be the problems or computations solved by those mechanical machines can be computed with the help of a Turing machine. So that is nothing but a Turing thesis. So he is the person Alan Turing. So based on his name only we have a Turing mission. He invented the mission in 1936. So when comes to the basic and definition, so that means mathematical definition of a Turing machine consisting 7 tuples. So q, sigma, tau, delta, q naught, bf. We'll see one by one. Q is nothing but a set of states. Sigma is nothing but a finite set of alphabets, and tau we have in the push down automata. What it means, it is nothing but there we have a set of stack symbols, but here there is a different definition, that is a finite set of allowable tape symbols. Okay, there we can have a stack, but here we have a input table. So that is actually there in the finite automata also. Okay, so delta is nothing but represents the transition function, q naught is nothing but initial state, b very important here. So very new thing here, b is represents the blank. Okay, so the tau it is also part of a tau actually, and it is also there in the tape symbol, but it represents the blank, not a input symbol. Okay, and f is nothing but a set of final state. So that is about this Turing machine mathematical tuples, and the transition function can be defined like this. So with the states and we have this tape symbols. So we have a again we go with the new state transition, and we have a new tape symbol. But the thing is, so there is another issue that can be added to this transition function, that is nothing but a movement of the tape. So it may be left, or maybe it may be right, or maybe it halt means exit. Okay, so moving leftwards, or maybe moving rightwards, or maybe halt means no mean it doesn't move to anyone, it just a halt, exit from the tape. Okay, so here we have a note, that is so we already discussed what is a b. B is a blank in the input table. So b can also be represented with sometimes a delta, or sometimes with a b on underline on the character on b. And this is a symbol also can be like a open type of a stack. So this can also be used to represent the b blank symbol in the tape. And the next one more issue is nothing but epsilon. If you take any language, there may be a chance of epsilon is also part of an language, right? But in Turing mission, here we have a constraint that epsilon is not actually a part of an input symbol. That means it cannot be accessed by the Turing mission also. So remember this always. So this is a formal definition of the Turing mission with the 7 tuples. And if you see the mechanical diagram, it is very important to understand the Turing mission what is actually. So when it comes to the mechanical diagram, here we have a like input tape, and so reading, writing head, as well as the finite control. These are the 3 parts in the Turing mission. So this is the input tape, not input tape alone. It is an infinite input tape. That means any number of characters can be placed in the input tape, and the remaining places of the input tape can be filled with a blanks B. Okay. So this is the read, write head. Read, write head can move in finite automata. We have a input head, but it just read the data only. Okay, when it comes to the push down automata, it reads the data, but write, it also perform write also. In the Turing mission, we have a read and write head. That means it reads the data as well as it writes the data. The other thing is it moves both the direction. That means left as well as the right. Okay, that is a new thing in the Turing mission. So we have a input tape, there we have a input symbols, a reading a right head, it moves to both the direction. And finite control, whenever it reads the data, finite control performs the transitions. Okay, so that is about a mechanical diagram. So when it comes to the instantaneous description, so in respect of the Turing mission, so it is also consisting 3 elements. So that means the content of the cell of the input tape, and the cell currently being scanned by the read write head, as well as the state of the mission. These are the 3 elements which actually we know now from the push down automata. Instantaneous description is nothing but a triplet. Okay, so the input from the input tape, as well as the output, that means the push up data to the stack, and the last one, like the first one is a state, the input, and the next one stack variable, right? So here also we have a triplet. One is content of the cell, and currently scanned from the read write head, and the next one state mission. So let's go to the forward and you will understand. So this is about instantaneous description. So how the mission is represented, we will just compare with the finite automata, push down automata. So this is the finite automata now. So here input tape, that is a finite only. Okay, finite input tape we have in the finite automata. Read write head, that is read head only, where it moves in direction of right only, one side movement. Okay, then finite control, so it will store the data into the some like less memory is there. Okay, not a stack, only less memory storage is there. So that is the because of these drawbacks, we have a push down automata. Here we have a input tape, and read write head is there, Okay, so this is like a read write head. So where we can under stack especially we have, so where input symbol from the input tape, stack symbol from stack tape, then there is a possibility of a trains transition. Okay, so that is about a push down automata. We already completed these two. Now the concept is Turing machine. Okay, so here it represents the infinite tape input tape is there, read write head is there, and finite control is there. Okay, so this is the tape for the 001100, and the remaining spaces cells will be placed with the blank. Okay, if you take a input A, B, 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 you can place the text, I mean the string input symbols in any cells. So from here we start from the initial cell, and we filled with blanks at end. Here we placed a blank in first, and we placed the text next, and finally we can end with a blank. So that can also be possible. So these are the different ways to represent a input tape with a blank symbols. So now what a read write head can do. Okay, this is a read write head can what actually it can do. So it reads the symbols from the input tape. Okay, so wherever the input head, the read write head present, it reads the data input symbol from the tape. Okay, wherever it exists, the above input symbol from the tape can be read, and at the same time write a symbol to the tape location above the, so it reads the symbols from here as well as it writes the symbol from here only. Okay, next, can move read and write head to the one left one right. Okay, if here we don't have any left moving, but you can go with the right. Whenever read head right here present here means it can move to the left. Okay, that means one step left and one step right is possible, and can't move left if read or write head position at the leftmost position. Here if you observe it, the read write head is actually at the leftmost position, so for that reason we can move to the left, but it is possible to remove the right position. Okay, whenever if the head is here now, it move one step left and as well as one step right. Okay, so when comes to the Turing machine computations, what are the computations performed by the entire Turing machine are nothing but halt and accept. That means if the required string is actually present in the tape now, okay, so then Turing machine perform halting. That means there is no need of any searching, and it accepts the string. If the string is not present now, then there is actually two possibilities. One is it halts and reject, or reject and halt. First it rejects and halt the system, that means exit from the system. So no further movements are there in the Turing machine. But there is another possibility, that is the read write continuously searching for the input string. So that means looping is also possible. Okay, so recursively enumerable languages basically affected with this kind of issues. So there is a three possibility of computations for the Turing machine. One is halt and accept, that means accept the string and exit from the tape. One second is halt and reject, that means if the string is not there, it rejects and halt, that means exit from the machine. The third one is also a part of a second one. If halt and reject is not performed by the machine, it will continuously loop, that means searching for the input string continuously, read write head continuously searching for the string in the infinite input tape. Okay, that is about the computations. So in general, finite state control is a deterministic. From the finite automata, you know the deterministic finite automata, non-deterministic finite automata. What is the difference actually? In the deterministic automata, from one state for one input, we have only one state transition, then only one chance to go for the next transition, then that is called as a deterministic deterministic actually. But when comes to the non-deterministic means there are more than one chance to move, right? So here the finite state control is deterministic. Okay, so this is the way you can represent the Turing machine. Already we discussed. Now the thing is the transition diagram as well as the transition function we have to represent. So here we have a 0 0 1 1 0 0 as a input, B are the blanks, infinite tape, and a head. Tape head is defined like we can move to left and we can move to right, one step only. This is about a finite control. Now if the string is there, it will accept. If string is not there, it may be reject or loop. Okay, so this is the transition diagram as well as the transition function we can define like this. So this is in already read head is at read head is so 0 means so from q0 to q1. So read head is actually at 0. From q0 to that means we are at initial state. If the transition defined like this 0 to 0L, what it mean actually? So if the input to tape consisting 0 and the read write head is actually pointing to the 0, then 0 can be replaced with 0 and left move one step left. That is actually meaning the transition diagram of transition movement here. Okay, so that means we are transform from q0 initial state to we are moving to q1. The transition label is defined as 0 to 0 comma L. So if the input to tape consisting 0, it should be replaced with a 0 and we have to move to the left. Okay, and the transition function is also defined like this based on this transition diagram. So we are at a q0, the input to tape is 0. Now we move to q1. So the thing is replaced by 0 is nothing but 0 only. Here we are replacing 0 with 0 only, and the movement moved to left hand side, one left, okay, one step left. So that is about a transition transitional diagram representation, transitional function representation. Okay, so in the previous what we did, we moved to one left. Now here also again we have a 0. Okay, so here the transition defined like this. So q0 to q1, again we are moving to q0 to q1 only. Why? Because the same symbol we have. So we will discuss the all things in the next sessions. So here we have a input symbol 0 and we have to replace with a okay. So here the symbol and we are moving to left now. That's why we have this diagram. Okay, that is the thing. And the next one. So now we are here, right? So if the transition function is that 0 to 1 or which means 0 is the input tape symbol where the read write head points, and you should replace it with 1 and next move to right. Okay, so the new transition so 0 to 1 comma r. Okay, this is nothing but a transition diagram and a transition function q0 comma 0. So q0 comma 0 is nothing but we are in a q0 state, 0 is the input tape symbol and we are moving to q1 and we have to replace a 1 and we have to move to right. Okay, so if you see the next representation, so this is the okay. So actually we have 0 now previously. Here we replaced it with a 1. And what we did is nothing but a moving right one step. Okay. So that is about Turing machine, transitional diagram as well as the transitional functions. Okay.